Hello, everyone. This is John Jenkins, and I wanted to show you something right here, and it's called Inducer 1.1. Okay, so as we all know, we're going through a certain issue. Uh, we're going through a certain issue in our economy, and the way this program works is that you it says, please press exit at any moment to start over. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to show you how this works. So, I'm going to hit enter and enter the name of your drug. I'm going to say, Novartis. And how was your drug administered? Uh, so, exercise or therapy, skin, nasal, ocular, oral, intravenous. I'm going to say number 5, oral intravenous. What type of remedy is this? Uh, Anticoagulant. I think that's how you spell it. All right. Uh, who is not allowed to take this remedy? Is it 4 more groups of people, 3 groups of people, 2 groups? I'm gonna choose 5. Anybody can take it. On a scale of 5, how biodegradable is your remedy? Um, On a scale of 1 to 5, I'll say 4. On a scale of 1 to 5, what is the dosage size of your remedy? 3. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being weeks and 5 being decades, what is the duration of your patients when you take your remedy? I will say wait 1 weeks. On a scale of 1 to 5, how much does it cost to produce this remedy? I'll say it costs 4. On a scale of 1 to 5, how profitable is your remedy? Uh, 5, yeah. On a scale of 1 to 5, how effective is your remedy? Um, I'll say 3. How long lasting is your remedy? 2. How wide is the distribution of your remedy? So I guess you could say, local to international. I'll say 5 international. And then it says press enter again. And then you go on to the next one. It says on a scale of 1 to 5, how many side effects are there for your remedy? There is 5. I'll be generous. I'll say 2. On a scale of 1 to 5, how many allergic reactions does your remedy cause? And these are different things. So I got side effects, allergic reactions, and interactions, which are three different things. Are not the same thing. So allergic reactions, I'll say 2. Interactions, I'll say 3. How easy is it to use your remedy? I'll say 4. What is the demand for your remedy? Obviously, it's 5. What is the impact of your remedy? I'll say 3. How sustainable is your remedy? Like how replaceable are the parts that make up your remedy? And I'll say 4. What is the death rate from your remedy? You always have to include this, so it's going to be, the average drug will have maybe a 1 out of 5 death rate, so I'll say 1 out of 5. How restricted is your remedy? Um, how restricted, as in who can't take it? Uh, well, it's not just who can't take it, but it's also what certain conditions. Like, do you have to have a certain blood pressure, a certain blood type, a certain, it's similar to the previous question, but it's different at the same time. So, um, it's not just the person that can't take the drug, but the conditions under which you can't take the drug, like temperature, or things like that. So I'll put 2. And how marketable is your remedy? That's important. I'm gonna put 3. And how strong is your personal brand? Now this might be the most important. I might want to double up the influence of this of this marker, because this is basically the most important thing, period, when marketing a drug. How strong is your personal brand? Because if you have a reputation of being trustworthy and people know you and they trust you, then they'll buy anything from you. So I'm gonna put 5. Okay, so so these are all the grades. These are all the grades. So based on the question, you either the score is either added to 100 or subtracted from 100. So if it's a negative question, like what are the restrictions? Well, the higher you score that question, means that the more points it takes away from it. So if you see a 0 right here, it's because I put a 5 on a full 5 on a negative question, so it subtracted that answer from the total. So you've got positive questions and you've got negative questions, and so these are all the grades for each of the individual questions, and then it says the grade for Novartis. The grade for Novartis has been calculated. Obviously, that's a typo. That's supposed to be has, not had. So here you go ahead and you press enter, and the grade for your drug is 66 and 2/3%. So, yeah, 66 and 2/3%. That seems pretty accurate because there are a whole lot of 60s here. There's 4 60s just in that half right there. There's 5 60s, and then there's a 0. There's a 40. There's a 20. So yeah, I think that's accurate. I think that's accurate. So, yeah. And then of course you hit enter again, and it brings you back to the original the first question. So and that's it. That's how the program works. And I was just working at this all for the past couple of days, and I wanted to release this to the world. I really want to be able to make this into a JavaScript application. I wanted to make this one and my previous one, the JW Lab, which is right here. I'm at 3.0 right here, 1.3. I'm sorry, 1.3. So I want to make JW Lab, and this one is called Inducer version 1.0. And I want to make both these programs into Java applications, so that they would have a graphical user interfaces and be more user friendly. Because not a lot of people want to use like a command prompt over the internet, and that's probably not good for smartphones and things like that. So I would need to come up with some kind of way to make it more user friendly. So, but that's the only thing I wanted to bring to you guys. This is really an awesome type little program. And let me know what you think. I mean, do you think I don't know? Do you think it's wise for me to be trying to help in this way? I don't know. It couldn't hurt, to have one more tool that you can use at your disposal. It couldn't hurt. So I'm gonna keep working out the bugs. I know one bug right there, and I'll see if there's anything else wrong with it. So let me try something right quick. So I got what's the name of your drug? Novartis. and I'm gonna put exit right here, and I'll see what happens. Okay, so it works. So I just like my last program, JW Lab, I inserted an exit function so that if you mess up on one of these entries, you just hit exit and you go back to the starting point. You don't have to go through the entire thing if you get halfway through and you mess up. So that's it would be better if I had complete. It would be better if I had total graphical user interface so that you wouldn't even have to think about that. But for right now, this is the best thing that I can think of that's gonna help. Um, yeah, so that's all I wanted to bring to you guys is this new program, and hopefully you guys get some use out of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and submit this and see if I can get it published on the internet. And thanks everyone for your help, and goodbye.